Something a little bit different this week. I'm going to show you how I did that mirror effect, and it was all in Adobe Premiere Pro. So yeah, grab yourself a coffee and stick around. You're going to like this one. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Benham Media. I am Nathan, and it's an absolute pleasure to see all of you here today. Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. So, yeah, this video is slightly different. It's not about photography, it's about filmmaking. I thought I'd do like a nice little follow-up on the video that I did last week where I worked for the Met Film School. And if you haven't yet seen that, I'm going to link it up here somewhere so you can click on that after you've watched this particular video. So, what I've done here today is that I am an actor and I'm interested in going into sort of like making my own films. So I am currently in this year going all the way deep as much as I can go into the actual filmmaking process. Not only just to improve my YouTube videos, but to also try to expand my knowledge of filmmaking and setting up a scene and creating a good story. So when I came up with this idea, and I like to say that it was actually my idea. I saw a couple of other videos over the last 18 months or so doing this particular effect as well. And I liked it so much that I thought I would try to give it a go myself. And I think I have pulled it out really. It was quite good. I think it looks really, really well. Now I shot this particular scene yesterday and I edited it yesterday and I made it yesterday just so I know for a fact that I can do it. And I am now confident to show you guys how the whole process is sort of like done. And it's actually a really easy effect to do. It doesn't take much effort. You can do it all in Premiere Pro. There's no After Effects needed whatsoever. So before I show you how I've done the actual effect itself on the laptop, let's quickly jump over to my bathroom and I will show you the setup of the whole sort of shot itself. So let's quickly jump over there, shall we? So, welcome to my bathroom. This is quite obviously where I shot the scene. Now, setup for this shot is very, very simple. What I do know is that I need to have a static shot. So, I've got my camera on my tripod pointing in obviously the direction that I'm shooting, which is in this direction here. Now, the reason why I want it to be a static shot and it needs to be on a tripod is because I need, for when I shoot the scene, to be exactly sort of like the same. I don't need the camera to move. I don't want the camera to move. So when I shoot the actual particular shot that I want, which is this frame just here, I want to try and arrange it so you can see the back of my head, but also you can see the reflection in the actual mirror itself as well. But like I said before, I need this here to be sort of, I guess, focusing on the mirror head. But I need this shot here to be, this corner of the mirror to be sort of like in frame. I don't want to be blocking it because when I cut out the mirror from the second shot itself, I want it to be a nice clean shot. So that is the reason why I want the camera to be on the tripod, to be quite static. So when I shoot the scene, which is pretty much me sort of looking at the mirror, and then I will sort of drop my head like this. I will then give it a couple of beats or count in my head about 5, and then I will look up at the camera. In post, which is what you will see very, very shortly, is that I will in fact cut out the mirror and I will lay that over and cut it out a little bit and sort of relay it. So I don't want this particular shot, this camera to be moving, because if the mirror is in a different location, then it won't marry up. So that is the shot all sort of explained. Let's go into the sort of like the movie magic of it, and I'll show you how I actually set up this particular scene, and eventually it's now focused on my face instead of the geezer in the mirror. So let's jump in the laptop. So here is the final shot of me looking in the mirror. Now the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to scroll through the timeline until roughly when I look back up again. So we're going to come all the way up here, and it's about here. So there we go. That's when I look up. So I'm going to come back a little bit, and then I'm going to hit the C button. So I'll get my razor. I'm going to cut that there, hit the V, to come back to my pointer, I'm going to move that to one side because I don't need that right now. Then we're going to come over here, select the first part of the clip, and then we're going to come across to our effects controls, and we're going to move down to our opacity sort of pen tool here. But I'm going to give me a bit of space to work with first. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit, 75%. Scroll up till we're out of the frame. Hit the pen tool, and then we're just going to do a small little mask around the mirror. Put a couple of points in as we go down to keep it all nice and straight. I'm going to hit the corner. I'm going to come across until we're out of frame again, just like that. And then we're just going to make a messy, tidy it up a little bit, like that. So what then that will do is that it will have everything that's in the mask visible and everything that's out. So we don't want that, so we want to invert the mask itself, so we've got the mirror in black. So what that is showing is what's underneath the clip. So now we're going to lift this clip up, and then we're going to bring our other clip underneath it. Just like that. So you'll now see that underneath the clip, you've got the mirror. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to cut that there, select this, and get rid of the mask on the front part of the clip itself. So there should be a smoothish transition from there, and when I look up in the mirror, I should still be looking down on the other clip. Just like that. So what I want to do now is that obviously I don't want too much time of me looking down. So we're going to clear some empty space. So we're just going to scroll through to when I look up, come back a couple of frames, and then we're just going to clear all this away. Just like that. So we're going to hit the render button, and we're going to let that render those last couple of frames. And we should get a nice smooth playback now. And there we go. I look up, but I'm still looking down. Now there's a bit of a jump there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in slightly. Give myself a little bit more time. I've hit the razor key. I'm going to cut it just about there, because I'm going to put a dissolve transition in between that one there, like that. Perfect. Now for a little bit of ambiance, I'm going to move this clip up like that, and I'm going to add the smoke in just above it. Clip that at the end. Get rid of what I don't need. Go over to the effects controls again, and I'm going to bring this from normal to lighten, so you can now see through it, and I'm going to bring the opacity down to about 30%, just like that. So it gives it that little feel, but I also want a bit of a transition to smoothly bring that in. So I'm going to stick a transition right there, so it should cut away, and then the smoke will gradually come in, and there is the effect, just like that. And it's as simple as that. So yeah, let me tell you a little bit how I perfected it, and there we go, a nice easy effect. And it was as simple as that. So all I did after that was that I put a smooth transition, so that way it would sort of cut out the jump from where I was standing to when I looked up, and then I threw on a bit of a color grade, and then I threw on some sound design, and once again you end up with something like this. And there you go, guys. That was the scene. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked this particular tutorial. I don't do many tutorials anymore. I like going out and shooting, but this particular one, and I hope to do a few more around filmmaking. And also, if you are interested in sort of photography tutorials, please let me know in the comments below. And also, if there's anything that you would like me to learn so I can show you, please write that in the comments below as well. But guys, I hope you did in fact enjoy this video. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed sort of like stretching my filmmaker wings a little bit, and yeah, I think it's come out really, really well. And you know, I look forward to hearing what you've got to think about it. But that's all I need to show you in this video, guys. I hope you've had fun, and if you have, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. That way you can stay up to date with everything that I do here at Benham Media and the process going forward, not only in photography, but also now filmmaking. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up soon. I'm in constant contact with people online, on Instagram, and there's all sorts of meets happening. So if you are interested in any of that as well, come and find me over on Instagram, and I will give you sort of like an update on any meets that we might be sort of setting up within my little sort of team that I am sort of hanging out with at the moment. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye!